Yo, can you guys hear me? Just let me know quick. Okay, that's good. Let's begin with the stream. Hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone had a good weekend to rest. And let's start. Salam Rahim, how you doing, brother? So let's begin with a bit on initial BTC thoughts going into this week. As long as we were below 106.2 last week, things were a bit different to me intraday. We focused more on the shorts, even though we did try longs multiple times. But we being below 106.2 was a bit of intraday risk off signal every time. Now that we have broken out of this area, and the reason we ended up closing our shorts for a small loss, we do look decent intraday. The range I'm looking to play on the day is 106.2 retest being for longs and 109.8, 110, which is your previous all-time high area, being a level for you to take some profits out of your longs. And then if you see some weakness from here, that's your short trigger. If you reclaim previous all-time high, that's the giga long signal, right? Giga bullish signal. um and yeah, losing 106.2 would look really bad intraday. That means that we'd probably get 102.5 or even lower. But I doubt we get that. For now I am inclining more towards a small New York Open pullback for a retest into 106, 106.2 for a move into 110. This is my ideal scenario that I am looking into um, for today's New York Open. Might try some shots once we get 109, 110. The same odds that we tried right now, and the same I'd want to try again. Really good looking short setups. You could see even when BTC is higher than we close our short, setup is back at entry, right? It's super weak, really bearish structure on higher time frames. Looking to short it again once BTC pushes higher, but for now I'll favor a bit on relief on the market, and then we can start positioning for some shorts. ETH looks decent with this last close as well. Similar to BTC, I'm looking for some one last push up, take out these highs, and that's where we look for a shot into like 2300s. So yeah, these two plans go in line with each other. So that's what I have initially. Um, yes, no sound. I am assuming everyone can hear me, right? It's perfect now. Okay, that's good. Isn't there a flat 4 hour on BTC? Which time frame? I don't see any flat 4 hour on BTC. Sorry, I didn't mean which time frame. You did mention the time frame. I'm saying where is it? Because I don't see any. Is it the one you're talking about? Is it actually flat? It looks like. Yeah. Let me check from my exchange. Sometimes trading you just bugs and shows you a flat candle. Ah, fuck you trading you. Just give me a minute. Trading view is restarting. Open is 96.7. Yeah, it's actually a flat 4 hour candle. You're right. Which should give us an added confidence for shorting once. And ideally and luckily, if we get 110, hopefully we just don't die from here, because that is something that would be super annoying, because we ended up closing our shorts for a small long and we flipped long. So I do want to push higher on the market first, and then we can start looking for some shorts into that flat 4 hour open. Um, so yeah, that's what I have initially. We talked about BTC plan, ETH plan. If you people initially have anything, any confusion about whatever we talked about BTC and ETH, feel free to mention, and then we can move on to some of the alts request. 108, 105 all time high. 108, 105. What do you mean? Like a rejection from 108? I am looking for 110 rejection first, like move into 110 and a rejection from there. So in 2 exact minutes, we get our New York Open. So let's see what happens. Hi Reaper, how you doing, brother? Ah, sorry, my bad. I'm sharing the screen. It was shared earlier, but my trading ended up restarting. Now you should be able to see it. Anyone watching saw for prompt? Nope. Haven't heard about these coins. So New York opened. Let's see. Yeah, 106 Reaper I think is a good area to try BTC long. 106, 106.3 even. Like anything 106.3 down is a good long with just a tight stop. If you're longing at this retest, do it with the tighter stop. Like I'd just to go with something like this 1.3% stop. Look for this 2.5 hour setup. You're still in Pepe? No, no, I'm out. Like when I closed Chelga, I was out of all my longs. Hmm. So far, nothing interesting. Hmm. Give me any fun request, man. Do you mostly look on 4 hour when doing overall market analysis? Depends. Mostly 4 hours give you a good picture of what to expect from charts, but you can switch to higher time frame to get your macro levels. Like start from weekly, 3 day, daily, to then dive into 4 hours. Sometimes I do 1 hour as well, so that there isn't a fixed time frame that you should be focusing at. But I always do start from higher time frame and then gradually switch to lower time frames. Is ETH to BTC a good long at the moment? ETH to BTC. No, I don't think so. I think you get something like this on ETH to BTC, probably. At least like a small move down. I think ETH to BTC could be a good long somewhere around here. Yeah, not here. HPOS 101, what's that? It's ticker Bitcoin, ETH meme coin. Haven't heard about it. Is it on any exchange? Because I don't do on chain. Bybit? HPOS 101. Oh, this is the first time I'm hearing about this coin. Can't find it. HPOS 101. It isn't on TradingView at least. Ah, it's 10I. Hmm. So what is this coin even? Can't say much about it because this is like the first time I'm hearing or looking at this chart. But before looking for any exposure, I'd want a breakout here and a reclaim above 7,900. That would be a really ideal trigger to start buying or longing. Salam living off the grid. Doing good. What about you, brother? Hmm. Read two thanks. Waiting for some long triggers. Yeah, I think 106 retest would be a good long trigger. Looking to add hype around 36. Let me see. Yeah, I'd like that for a scalp to be honest. Like even though for my bigger size swing position, I'd at some stage during summers want like a $29-30 retest. But for now, this fresh 4 hour demand that formed here doesn't look as bad to be honest. Yeah, I like the setup. Like do it with a 5-6% stop loss. Look for a good breakout. Yeah, not a bad looking try. Like long this demand for a move back into at least these highest target. I like this, yeah. Hey, HBJ, can you talk about the directional bias for June and July, if possible, for BTC and alts in journal. Um, I didn't do higher time frame analysis, dog. I mostly do intraday, and intraday is what we talk every single day. So that's what I could tell you. I think the only trigger you need for for your higher time frame analysis is if we break previous all time high, which is 110 area, rounded off approximately, anything above 110 and expect some good rallies throughout summer, right? With invalidation below 110. If we don't break 110, then expect some range and chop in which alts usually start to bleed. So whenever you get like BTC consolidation or a BTC range, alts suffer hard, right? So for you to be for you to be optimistic on the market, you need 110 to be broken on higher time frame. That's your bullish signal for July, June, July, August. Ah man, setup is like back below our entry, meaning like it would have been in 1% profits right now. Super weak. Hmm. Got you. Know what levels are you looking to buy a spot allocations, if at all? I don't personally buy a spot for like long term things, but if you are looking for something for confirmation higher, I think 110 break would be a really good confirmation for you to start looking for swings. If we don't break 110, then in a pullback scenario, mid 90s would be a really good area to start looking for swings. So either a 110 break makes you high time frame bullish, or any retest into mid 90s is something what should make you bullish and start looking for swings on the market. Anything in between, just avoid the summer chop. For swings, like you can always scalp, but because uh, buying spot means that you're looking for swings and for bigger moves, right? Unless these two levels get tapped, anything in between instead of swings, you should be looking for scalps, right? Change your approach throughout summers. SPX still looks pretty strong. Hmm. XPX trading the better than Fartcoin. Actually, yeah, SPX is the strongest centralized exchange meme right now. Super strong. Should have just simply longed SPX instead of that lagging chill guy. What good dip early July and sell end of July. We'll see. We'll see. On higher time frame this time, I'm still a little unsure on summers. Like summers is usually Good time to be just de-risking and enjoying if you are not good with scalps and not looking for swings. But we are also trading very close to new all-time highs, right? So it makes you a bit conflicted on what exact bias to be having for summers on higher time frame. So it's better let's to just wait for your levels. Like 110 break is where I'd be like, summer rally is coming. If no break above 110 and we keep on ranging, then you need to be cautious because we have seen in the past how continued consolidations and ranges of BTC leads to alts, bleeding back to zero. So that's something to consider. Your midterm spot, I like to bid a pullback in mid 90s, but I'm afraid to allocate on the breakout and then get nuked from the usual summer July chop. Dog, because if you buy at a breakout above 110, you'll have a super tight invalidation. It's actually easier to be buying at breakouts rather than on dips, because let's say if you're buying at mid 90s and it doesn't work out, what's your invalidation or where you'd be wrong in cutting out your bags, right? Because it's very important to have invalidation on your bags and being able to cut out for small losses instead of bag holding. So if you are buying at breakout above 110, you have a very tight invalidation of selling everything if it gets back below 110, which would be a very small loss, which you wouldn't mind taking, right? Compared to the return it might give you, because if you are buying at 110, break means that you are buying right when the rally begins and you would be able to get some instant returns instead of when you buy at the dip and then wait months for your dips to pay you back, right? Hmm. Hmm. Needs be. Have you ever traded with prop account funds? No, I haven't. Living off the grid, but I do know people who have, and they did well with the prop funds. To be honest, as long as you're choosing a reliable uh partner to trading on. Mm. Bit conflicted here, to be honest. Let's see. There are so many good-looking short setups forming, like the one on Syrup. Zerbro looks really good for a short. Hmm. As I'm looking to get funded by FTM. FTM is a reputable prop firm, so you'd be fine. Zerbro. Zerbro looks good for a short, to be honest. Like depends on how the SATAR closes, but the way it's looking so far, with this long wick and rejection, with this RSI 50 rejection, it looks bad. I think Zerbro could break down into 0.02 soon, but need the SATAR close confirmation. This is why I'm waiting a little. Sol? Hmm. Eh, I think we have weaker odds to be shorting than Sol currently. Jup looks pumpy. Jupiter? I don't know about pumpy or something. It's still trading weak. How could you look at this and say that it looks pumpy or something? Not of my interest. HBJ, could you tell us about the process you used in developing your edge? You basically mean being profitable, right? I'd say just journaling. The day I started journaling things and the mistakes I did and not repeating them, that was a big game changer. Because 90% of the traders do know how to make money. The only thing they don't know is how to not lose or how to preserve the profits. That is something you only learn when you start journaling. You start noting down the mistakes you are making and the reason why you losing money. The next time you only don't need to repeat those things which makes you lose money, right? That could only be done if you're journaling and writing down every single of your reasoning and conditions and why you took the trade and why you think you lost and all that. As long as you're journaling, I think eventually you definitely be getting profitable. Job didn't pump this weekend. It's weak, yeah. That's my point. Focus on the stronger stuff. Do you journal technicals as well, RSI level, etc.? I just put a screenshot of my trade in journal, right? So I just created Discord, new Discord server, right? Like it's just a private server for me. I create separate channels and I'm just putting the screenshot of my charts along with the reasoning and how it played out and the mistakes I made and the things I should have not done or should have done and etc. etc. I do, Deegan. Mostly, I just look at my PNL curves. So, like for example, I think I did it last month or a month ago before that, where I just zoomed out on my PNL curve since January, and I figured out this. Try to figure out the similarity between, like for example, if my PNL curve is something like this, right? I tried to find the similarity between these downsides, right? Is there anything similar, right, between these 4 5 downsides in my penal curves? And I did find some, right? So, and you then try to work on that. Maybe it's certain time of the months that you're always losing, certain events you are always losing that you try to trade, certain coins that you are losing on which you never be profitable at, but you're still trading them, right? So you just try to figure out that what's something that's making you lose money in these specific days. Okay, we are getting the 106 retest. Hmm. Yeah, trade stream is good. By the way, Launchcoin trades a bit scammy, but looks good actually. I'm really annoyed on Launchcoin to be honest. Like, remember we took a trade on it on Friday. It literally stopped us Pico bottom and then ended up running like 15-20%. Hmm. Hmm. I think I'll just let Toshi run. I don't want to add more longs, even though the retest on BTC looks good. But let's just Toshi run. I think we have another stream scheduled for the group. Yeah, it's Mozaz, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So if you people have any last minute questions to ask, feel free to do so, and then we can wrap it up. Meanwhile, I can give a quick summary, which is that this is the retest I am expecting BTC to hold for a move back into 109, 110. Ideally, yeah, the plan we drew in the start of the stream. Retest 106, push into 109, 110. We TP our longs there and then look to position short for the remaining part of the week from 110 with a Titan validation. If we don't hold 106.2, then I have no interest bidding in the market unless we get like a deeper pullback. So, last one, what do you think about Sol? For Sol, I have two scenarios, Reaper. One is that this yellow area that we discussed in the last stream, which is the mid range of this big macro range of Sol this cycle, anything above 160 is a good long trigger. So break the highs at 161, flip this area, and we long for a move into yearly open. If we don't flip, then you can see there are so many untaken lows below, right? So some of them get cleaned out, and that's where we can start positioning into longs. For a blind limit long, 125 is a really good area. Not sure if we get that deep on Sol, but like if you just want to play some blind limits, overall, I think reclaim of 160 is the least you should wait for before you bet anything heavy on Sol long. So, so I'd say that's it from my side. Hope you all had a good time. Anything further that anything interesting that comes up, I'd share in my corner. US and China also meeting today about tariffs, something to be in the mind. Thanks for mentioning Tompa. It could be something to keep an eye on. So yeah, that's it from my side. If you people have any questions, you can always feel free to tag me in journal chat or charts ideas. And yeah, that's it from my side. Hope you all had a good time. Talk to people soon. Take care, Allah Hafiz.